How Peter Obi shocked Nigeria's political system in 2023. We're here to find out. Good evening and welcome to CORPERNEWS. In 2023, something unusual happened in Nigerian politics. A candidate from a small political party challenged the country's two biggest parties and nearly changed the game. That candidate was Peter Obi. Tonight, we look back at how his presidential campaign disrupted Nigeria's political system and energized young voters and reshaped national debate, even though he did not win. Now let's look at the background of Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State from 2006 to 2014. First sought the presidential ticket of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in 2022. He lost the primary election. Soon after, he left the PDP and joined Labour Party in May 2022, a party that had never been a major national force. Within months, he became its presidential candidate. His running mate was Dati Baba Ahmed, a businessman and politician from Kaduna State. At that time, many analysts dismissed his chances. Well, they were wrong. The rise of the Obidient movement, Peter Obi's campaign, quickly turned into a national movement. It was powered largely by young Nigerians, urban professionals, and members of the diaspora. They call themselves the Obidient movement. Unlike traditional campaigns that relied heavily on governors and party structures, this movement grew organically, especially on social media platforms like Twitter, now X, Instagram, and TikTok. Supporters created viral videos, they organized rallies, they funded activities, they mobilized first-time voters. So for many young Nigerians, it felt different. It felt like ownership. His core message, Peter Obi's core message, was campaign on a simple but strong idea: move Nigeria from consumption to production. His slogan was "It's possible," a play on his initials. He emphasized competence over ethnicity or religion, frugality in government spending, fighting corruption, investing in education and healthcare, creating jobs and reducing poverty, strengthening security. In December 2022, he released a detailed 62-page manifesto titled "Our Pact with Nigerians, Creating a New Nigeria." He promised lean government and transparency, often pointing to his record in Anambra State, where he claimed to have saved public funds and reduced debt. Massive rallies, limited resources despite limited funding compared to the major parties. Obi held large rallies across the country. In Lagos, supporters filled major venues and streets. In the southeast, turnout was very overwhelming. He also drew strong crowds in Abuja, Ogun, Rivers, and other states. But the campaign faced challenges. There was fuel scarcity. There was a controversial Naira redesign policy that limited access to cash. There were accusations of ethnic and religious tension. Still, momentum continued. Election day, 25th February 2023, when Nigerians voted, the results surprised many observers. According to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), Bola Tinubu of All Progressive Congress (APC) won with 8.79 million votes. Atiku Abubakar of the PDP came second. Peter Obi came third with over 6.1 million votes. But here's what shocked the political establishment. Obi won Lagos State, the political stronghold of Bola Tinubu. He also dominated most southeast states and performed strongly in parts of the south and north central. For a third-party candidate, it was really historic. Now, the Labour Party. Peter Obi and the Labour Party rejected the results. The alleged irregularities, including issues with the electronic transmission and voting procedures. The case went on all the way to the Supreme Court. In October 2023, the court upheld Tinubu's victory. The election result stood. Even in defeat, Obi's campaign changed Nigerian politics. It showed that a third party could compete seriously at the national level. It mobilized millions of Nigerians, young first-time voters. It forced conversations about transparency, leadership, quality, and economic reform. The Obidient identity did not disappear after the election. It remains active and influential as Nigeria moves forward towards the elections. Now, here's the bottom line. Peter Obi did not win the presidency in 2023, but he disrupted a long-standing two-party dominance. He energized a generation and proved that political movements in Nigeria can grow from the ground up, not just from established power structures. So whether one supports him or not, the 2023 campaign will be remembered as one of the most transformative movements in Nigeria's democratic history. There you have it. You're watching Copper News, where headlines meet verified contests. I am Favor Jina Ubonia Chiku. See you next time.